And first of all, you must know how very, very much we enjoy seeing you here again.
Problem with you is the problem with me. Problem with thinking we're so different. Problem is how to perceive. Problem
Gadji, Beri, Bimba. Bimba, Glandry di Laula, Loni, Kedori, Gajama Grama, Beri de Bimba, la Glandry Gala Sasa, Lauli Tolomeni, Gadji Beri Bimblasa, Glasala Lala, Loni, Kedorsu, Sasala Bim, Gajama Tufumizim Zala Bimban, Gligla Wo Lila Bin Beriban, Okatolominai, Renosorosala Hopsamin, Lauli Tolomeni Ho, Gajama Renosorosala Hopsamin, Brukuturlala, Blalala Lo, Zimzimurlala, Zimzimurlala, Zimzim Zanzibar, Zimzalazam, Elfentolim, Brusala Bulemen, Brusala Bulemen, Trumtata Velo de Bang Bang, Affele Prutsamai, Lengado Tor, Gajama Bimbelo, Grande di Glasse, Lazing Tata Pimpelo, Ogrego, Violo Laxato, Violo Zimbra Bim, Violo Uli, Paluci Malo, Tufum in Zimbra Bim, Negrma Bumbalo, Tufum Idzim, Gajama Bimbela, O Beri Gajama, Gaga di Gajama, Affelo Pinks, Gaga di Bumbalo, Gajaman, Gaga di Bling Blong, Gaga Blung.
Well, I've been free. I've been so free here, you know, that almost anything I want to try is, I'm welcome to do it, you know, so that's, the freedom has helped me.
I lay with Francis in the margin. My plan without surrounding was intact. My shift was extra vagrant. My grain was terrible, and indecision was immigrant and trans. I'm just so sensitive and flighty. But Francis curls me into violet cradling and reading to prepare for bordering and a burden for my numbering into violent edging. Francis, who's so careful in the sight of his mama, in her recital of handing, in her unsold morsels, keep straight to the ornament's advance, man. His lists are like knives, and his tongues, oh my God, are sweet as maths. We're like westerns in a togetherness. Viv Richards is our accident, an unforeseen exam.
Africa. Africa. Mighty ancient Africa. Creator of the human being. Of music, of dance, of language. Africa. Go back, black, see yourself, touch yourself, know yourself. World, 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 go back, see yourself, touch yourself, know yourself. Beautiful Africa, ancient Africa. But when you put your hand on your sister, made her a slave, watch out, Africa, the ghost gonna get you. Watch out, Africa, the ghost gonna get you. When you put your hand on your brother, made him a slave. Watch out, Africa. Watch out, Africa. The ghost's gonna get you. How did I get here on my back? In the dark, with the wind and water blowing through my ears. How did I get here on my back? My brother the king sold me to the ghost. My brother the king sold me to the ghost. Shango, oh Batala, save me, save me, save me. At the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, there's a railroad made of human bones, black ivory. If you ever find yourself somewhere lost and surrounded by enemies who won't let you speak in your own language, to destroy your statues and instruments, who ban your boom boom ba boom, you're in trouble. They ban your boom ba boom, you're in deep trouble. Probably take you several hundred years to get out. To get out. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. A guy's gonna trouble the water.
Ghost.
Well, I want to shock people that are listening to this. I want to make you think. I want to get you arguing among yourselves in your own living room the way you used to do in the 60s. I want the kids to be arguing with their grown-ups. Avoid terminal adulthood, young people who are watching this. Don't grow up like your parents. Argue about it. Let's get some sparks and electricity going again because we're all a little too laid back. It's time to speaking up and challenging and stirring things up because no change takes place in the brain unless there's shock. Unless there's some sort of a electrical explosion that shakes you up a little. It's not going to hurt you either. To hear a different point of view is not going to bring down the the walls of the Mormon temple or the local churches.
Zangagago, Bragaga, Zuzaga Glugi, Wama, Zuzaga, Zuzago, Zuzaga Lama, Bishigi, Bishigo, Bishigi, Bishigi, Bishigo, Bishigo, go, 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 go,
Be seated, please.
One cobra foot, feet of the cobra, mathematical as in a row of pins, folds, hands. 2, hand. 3, twist. 4, maneuver her nimbus. 5, massacre, swimming for life, scared, mastiff, hear no evil, hear no weevil, scrape of chair, Croatia. 6, no, red-tipped wing, no, the wounded animal. 7, at telephone, she got up, then got under as object, she was red. 8, another red, castanet logic, tease the master, 2 at night. 9, sailor's delight, signals with shade. Rub the cyclic, opening like slot, attention, the stare, top, staring, world on shoulders, staring. 10, fasten, bring along, waiting to come down, the scarf as rope. 11, neck piece as map, enter, enter, enter. 12, then make an entrance, then make an entrance again, then make an entrance, then make an entrance again.
13,
bow. 14, the smile, storks. 15, rises as storks do. She is prone with the chi of fastening stomps, radial symmetry of the younger sister.
There are some set things that I know, some devices that I know, harmonic devices that I know that will take me out of the ordinary.
It's a cycle, you know. Tattoos, a cyclical snake eating its own tail and embedded in your skin. Macrophages gobble up the ink of flesh, and it gleams out through their microscopic bellies. And as they fall away, new ones take their place, devouring the regurgitated penciling scraps left over from their lost kin. So they aren't as permanent as you think, you know. It's more temporal than that. I want my body to be covered in flowers, lyrically watercolor and lovely to the point of obscene, balanced out by the tiny homegrown pixels given to me by a friend, of vegetables and legumes, which is a word for beans in English. But in French, legumes are vegetables, and isn't that wild? Cover my skin with larkspurs, lavender roses, and the pulsing tongues of sprouting lentils. Fix me another gin and tonic, love, but only as long as the tonic water is diet. Sugar's not good for my stomach. It might push its way out like the ink scowling from the surface of an unmailed letter. But I've digressed. I'd like to be Bradbury's illustrated man with all the stories of the world charting my body, dandelion wine and endless rains, so that I can feel a little more like my stagnation has good reason, you know? Like the way, and I want tongues pressed into the flowers like the way hummingbirds do, compressed until it reaches the nectar, which proceeds to unlatch itself with such rapid force that the sweet milk caresses up ledges on lingual caverns and slides down the bird's throat and to its beating heart. And it's said that the two evolved together, flowers and hummingbirds, since the shapes of herbaceous vulvas would need to match the shape and inner workings of the bird's muscular organ. Keep in mind that they must be constantly eating nectar and the occasional insect, or else they'd perish. Sometimes it's not so fun to have a jackrabbit metabolism, darling. Hummingbirds beware, though, of mantis mandibles, and it best behoove you to watch out for anything that wants to lick your head clean after having sex, and they'll bore down through the skulls of small birds. Eyes locked into yours as they eat brain tissue, like oyster delicacies from a New England coastal pub. Sometimes, it's said, female mantises will gorge upon feathers in the midst of copulating with a male. Something insatiable about that and about wanting everything to fill you up at once. Or is it an inability to discern lust from carnage, unless they really are the same? And when I was young, I was afraid of mantises, but I grew to have a respectful understanding with them. How they disguise themselves as botanic wonders, becoming orchids and blossoms to entice pollinating insects into their rotating jaws. Devil's flower, dead leaf, and pusa faceta, all these dendritic costumes. And I imagine sylphan dryads who spurn their lovers, perhaps for need of calories to maintain an egg sac half her body weight, the frothy eutheca that makes sexual cannibalization pardonable, maybe. Three-dimensional eyes and extraordinary vision, their midriffs rotate, abdomens curving up as they jump onto their prey, voracious ladies with nothing to lose.
There was a man hiding inside a boy, and then this boy started to fly, riding high in his sky. There was a sky inside a man. And then this man started to fly. Follow me, you will see. There was a bird flying inside a man. And then this man started to be. Hide in me to be free. There was a tree growing inside a seed, and then this seed started to bleed. Water me, I will be. There was a world rising inside a world, and then these words came to me. Talk to me, 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 talk to me.
Summer night, plates of melon that are fleshless, the freshness dancing in the dark, from the city to the park. Someone else is in the swing. I think she's dozing, but supposing she was fast asleep. Smiles of a summer night. Children in the tree, and the honeydew is closing. Supposing up there with the bats, best to hang on to your hat and to dance beneath the bar. Mouth open, I forgot I'd spoken only then as now, as I stand beneath the bough. The evening sips the sangria, the world spins away. Night time reveries whistle the world away. All day, all day, whisper whispers of the summer light. The sun is rising, surprising how the day comes from smiles of a summer night.
¿Qué le ha aportado usted al arte en general?
Al arte absolutamente nada.
I can't stop myself from wanting you. No, I don't.
I said I'm done with Camden Town, so here I am once more. We chased the sweet tequila down and sang outside her door. The lamp that lit her face at dawn stands cold without a flame, and it's me and Mr. Rain again. It was ghosts of love that filled that house. Old Father Time tore down. Just broken toys on Boxing Day. I won't regret them now. She stole my waking mind back then. Now my head can't find her name, and it's me and Mr. Rain again, 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 again.
Why is there so much trouble in this world?
I don't know. I had a dream. In fact, it was the night I met you. In the dream, there was our world, and the world was dark because there weren't any robins, and the robins represented love. And for the longest time, there was just this darkness, and all of a sudden, thousands of robins were set free, and they flew down and brought this blinding light of love.
Welcome back.
U.S. arsenal has over 20,000 nuclear weapons today. U.S. arsenal has over 20,000 nuclear weapons today. It fires them up just to keep phantom enemy away. Enemy, 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 where do you come from? Enemy, 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 where do you come from? Are you just a hallucination on the other side of everyone's pointed cocksure gun? Oh, this gun is bigger than you could ever dream. Oh, this gun is deadlier than you could ever scheme. Its nuclear warhead trigger makes all the babies scream. Oh, singing these low-down clinical depression, anti-nuclear ballistic missile blues. Singing these low-down, narrow, sick, hag, mother power blues. Want radiation to end? We'll all put on our dancing shoes. Can't find the undaunted courage anywhere of a nuclear-free virgin mind. Can't find the courage anywhere of a nuclear-free virgin mind. Everyone's got so worldly, wanna blow it up, leave the world behind. Planet's got AIDS, oh sing it to the skies. Planet sick with AIDS, oh how it to the skies. How to cure the patient before the patient dies. B61, B83, W81 advanced crew, W80 Tomahawk, W88 Trident 2. Can't get my mind off these deadly missile blues. Wrathful mama, sing those wrathful from hell realm blues. Come up from your bone yard, shake those rattling shoes. Alchemy, 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 alchemy. Oh, what ignorance wrought mankind. Transmuting gold to poison, it all begins with the mind. Send plutonium back to the alembic, purify the times. A6E intruder, B52 Strato Fortress, Tomcat Thunderbolt 2, F15 Eagle, F11 Aardvark, F4G Wild Weasel, you're making me so blue. E2C Hawkeye, AH-64 Apache, Chinook, Sea Cobra, Falcon, oh what a stew. A woman gets high on her mountaintop, sings these anti-missile put-down blues. She can't keep her tongue from nagging, sing these low-down anti-nuclear hag-rocked blues. But too late for that reversal, just keep dancing as the cancer brews. Oh, mama, 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 wrathful mama blues. Come up from the boneyard and shake those rattling shoes. Chittapati dancing, oh those skulls dancing on the graves of all us ignorant fools.
What I do is very, I think very distinctively characteristic time quality upon the constant metamorphosis. One image is always becoming another. That is, it is what is happening that is important and not what is at any moment.
A man told me I was cerulean sheer, but only after a man told me I was seeing eye. But I don't want to be some gash. You are not grateful for your scar, said a man in cobalt sky, spilled a crib singed for tie tot. But I don't want to be cerulean for you, said he. You are not for me, said crimson man to head, half sheared, half listening, half bathing. When do you want your towel, said I. Leave me when I exit, said skinny he. Mandarin all over, sheared skin, water, lake, had double lake, one under other. And I thought, imagine that. To have lake under lake for all days, said a man that I would walk in jasmine, swim as breath under head, was juniper green, rezoned for cerulean cumulo, combo rectus. Hand me, said I, my towel. Man gave me fan big as thumbs. I can't dry myself with this, but you, said he, have so much to show outside thumbs, so much outside fan, won't ever swing but will cool. Don't, said he, hide. I stepped out of towel, out of lake, swung free by excess, and melancholy orange faded from limbs, gathered to bone, umber, cerulean melt on iris, weighed down my ice cap. Do I, said I, thank you now? Oh man, said he, you are blue for indigo me, and nodding deep as ever bathtub reverie soaker, be my eyes again. Won't I, said I, be gashed for a man sheared by magic on a road of alabaster jubilee, dripped from nose? But I don't want to be who only after I, a gash, a me, will ever tell who, some Azurian sea, some sienna scar be taught, who tells, said he, a man who gashed his free for thee. A bird was caged below graybeard, was high above lady, smelt by spin. Let's do that again, she rhymed. Anon provocateur, martyrs doomed for mutual coma. Right there in our spin is, ooh, how easy to escape with winged hand and devil cape. If color be speed, what star be light to white, says lady limbed by taller spin. What afternoon does to cloud when legs decide to never foot crotch. Here, let's run digits along limbic swimmers, take cord earthball, peel away slept sheets, dripped in perspiring forevers. Let's lay remaining royalty side by side, marvel at the match of pore with crick, curve the encounter between clef and flesh. Negative out seamed over positive ins, run silver veins underneath crimson, creeping in cage, a winged wake prepared for flight over silent skin, pecks at life lived, not loaned, mercurial bars, blame bend for bone, jewels robed in ravishing scars, gash through rivered hues of feet stuck in same blues, each drop dared to float off diligent skin, this evaporating cage at once sucked and milked. These interfered bars left wet for lick. Man looks for lake. Man, look at that lake.
And I certainly don't have final or even nearly final answers. I think it all lies in posing the questions in a certain way, in feeling the data in a certain way. And one of the things I try to convince people is it's not necessary to achieve closure with this stuff. And in fact, any ideological or belief system that offers closure, meaning final answers, is sure to be wrong, sure to be self-limiting, sure to be inadequate to the facts. So one of the ideas I'd like to put out is that, and it may seem strange in this venue, but perhaps not, the idea that ideology is not our friend. It is not a matter of choosing from a smorgasbord of ideologies and rejecting the flawed, the self-contradictory, and the over-simple in favor of the unflawed, the complex enough. Where is it writ in adamantine that semi-carnivorous monkeys can or should be capable of understanding reality? That seems to me one of the first illusions and one of the more prideful illusions of human culture, that a final understanding is possible in the first place. Better, I think, to try and frame questions which can endure, and leave off searching for answers, because answers are like operating systems. They're being upgraded faster than you can keep up with it.
The working plan is buzzing with swift changes, but spider's web gets wrapped around your toe, and corners can't be taken like they used to. We still have a long way to go. A porcupine might saunter through the clearing. A doctor might stand talking in the hall, and family ties could knot up, twist and tangle. They still have a long way to go. When time can feel the toad within its shadow, and eyes filled with fog from breathing slow. When others start to ease off toward the exit, we still have a long way to go. When sickness puts you down and lights a fever, so hot your burning limbs shake with the cold. When morning comes and cleaves you with its cleaver, you still have a long way to go. The medicine might come from someplace startling, a little wayside shop few people know, inside of which you meet the perfect stranger, who reminds you just how far you have to go. So many things lie cold upon the platter. The oven is a place we fear to go, but that is where the cake forms from the batter. Yes, that's the way its goodness has to grow. And sometimes all that's missing is the water. Our tongues cry out to join its binding flow. When leaves turn green and flowers to sons and daughters, each will have a long way to go. When time can feel the toad within its shadow, and eyes filled with fog from breathing slow. When others start to ease off toward the exit, we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go.
Declaration of Independence.
Make some posters with revolutionaries on them. When you find a revolutionary, raise your hand, okay?
Okay. Here, I got one.
Okay. Who are the capitalists now?
The pigs.
And what do they do? And what do they do?
We steal from the people.
They steal from the people. Say it loud.
They steal from the people.
Local control of the police, the pigs, give each community within the city control of its own police force.
I preach revolution. You preach revolution against what? What power stuff against it? And what are you going to put when there's a revolution?
Revolution means change.
Right, the change.
It means
all
change.
the
Are you satisfied with what it is now?
No, but I'm going to...
when you observe the world, you see people, you see houses, you see the sky, you see tangible objects. But when you observe yourself within, you see moving images, a world of images, generally known as fantasies. Yet these fantasies are facts. You see, it is a fact that a man has such and such a fantasy. And it is such a tangible fact, for instance, that when a man has a certain fantasy, another man may lose his life. Or a bridge is built. These houses were all fantasies. Everything you do here, all of the houses, everything was fantasy to begin with. And fantasy has a proper reality. That is not to be forgotten. Fantasy is not nothing. It is, of course, not a tangible object, but it is a fact, nevertheless. It is, say, a form of energy, despite the fact we can't measure it. It is a manifestation of something. And that is a reality. That is just a reality as, for instance, the peace treaty of Versailles or something like that. Yeah. It is no more. You can't show it. But it has been a fact. And so the psychical events are facts, are realities. And when you observe the stream of images within, you observe an aspect of the world within. And so, you see, the man who is going by the external world, by the influences of the external world, say society or perceptions, sense perceptions, thinks that he is more valid, you know, because this is valid, this is real. And the man who goes by the subjective factor is not valid because subjective factor is nothing. Yeah. No, that man is just as well based because he is bases himself upon the world from within.
When the giant sky bell peals and the moon pulls back her veil, what places faces conceal? Only imagination reveals. If this world were plain as it seems, what happens at night in our dreams when no credits unroll on the screen? Only imagination is seen. Only imagination gets real. Imagine you think, hear, and feel. Nothing else bears the true seal. Only imagination. Only imagination. Only imagination gets real. Jealousy comes from the north and sets up its camp in the south. When that iron taste enters your mouth, only imagination gets out. If I weren't me, who would I be? Who is this one thinking me? Who is the one up there flying the plane? Only imagination can see. Only imagination gets real. Imagine you think, hear, and feel. Nothing else bears the true seal. Only imagination. Only imagination. Only imagination gets real. In the big top there might be a fire. Walking alone on a wire. Who's down below in the tent of desire? Only imagination inquires. When a 9-year-old monkey appears in the midst of your holy prayers and just sits there, hands on his ears. Only imagination is spared. Imagine a lightning bolt fell, piercing both heaven and hell. What opened up when love entered its cell? Only imagination can tell. Only imagination gets real. Imagine you think, hear, and feel. Nothing else bears the truth.